Futures trading involves risk and is not suitable for all investors. Content provided in this segment is meant for educational purposes and is not a solicitation to buy or sell commodities.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Tech Talk. I'm Cody. He is Andy. Together we make up the Tech Talk duo. It is the 21st of January, 2026. Just about 11 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 o'clock Central. Andy, how you doing?
You know what? If I was any better, I'd be you.
A little cold out there this week, huh?
You know, well, we're getting a warm up right now. It's hump day. So
right.
It's supposed to be like 10 degrees today or 20 or something like that. I saw, though, this morning, I got the alert already. It said for like Friday, a cold weather alert. And so I think the feels like in the morning, it's going to be like close to minus 40 or something.
Yeah, yep. That's what it said here, too. Right. I think we're getting feels of supposed to be negative 32.
And like parts of this country are supposed to get like a titanic ice storm. Like, you know, parts where it's like not really set. It's going to get a little dicey this week.
Don't travel. Well, we just had, Michigan's been shut down. We just had a 100-car pile up here near Grand Rapids.
100 cars?
100 cars. They flew a drone over and they figured there was 100 cars. So
where?
Near Hudsonville on 196. That was Monday. They shut her down. Shut her down for 9 hours, I think.
Wow. 100-car pileup. That's incredible.
I know.
Take the train.
I zipped right through there. I just had to check out the, wreckage.
Was that you doing the drone?
Yeah.
I bet you'd be a good drone pilot.
Drones are pretty sweet. I want one. They're pretty cool.
I'm down. Like I want to get a drone. We're gonna start doing more. Didn't we say we're gonna start doing more like UK slang? So like that pile up was a dog's dinner.
It was a dog's dinner.
Dog's dinner. We're gonna work
for sure.
It's 2026. More UK slang.
That's right.
It's a dog's dinner.
Bring it to them.
Speaking of dog's dinners, we've got some charts here.
We do. One request.
Oh no.
From our good buddy Jimbo.
Shout out. He asked for this a little while ago, and our calendars turned into dog's dinners. So the ipso facto, we're still here though. Bean oil. Jimbo wanted to look at bean oil. This is March bean oil. And so interestingly, I was gonna say, so we've cleared all this.
Yeah.
Right? All this noise. Did it on a nice lower high. Where do you go from here?
I think higher, right? Broke the downward trend, obviously.
Let's go.
Got out of that on last Friday. And, man, you really started to push this market today.
So you could certainly argue like this was resistance right here, right? Double top, fell apart, pretty clear resistance. So you've cleared that today. It's still, we could settle back below that by the end of the day. So this bar isn't, we're not locked and loaded here, but if it does, then you got to think that this right here is kind of like the next like magnet, it's point of resistance.
Yeah.
And then here, right? Because you had this nice downtrend that tried to break out and failed, but then you had this lower or higher low right here, and then now you've cleared. It's starting to this. I think this is a big deal. You get this close today. This like because then you haven't been over that price since what, mid-September,
right?
So
I was gonna say a little. To be fair, Jim, I went back and looked. He did ask for this on the 18th of December, so the day before the low was put in right there.
Right here.
So
okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I'm telling you, we would have said to buy it. I swear.
I think Vin was yelling from the rooftops to buy also, so we're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt here.
All right, good deal. Yeah. No, like this, like I said, this higher low played out nicely, and then now you've got this could be like a signal. If you're looking to like add or do something, maybe you buy puts against like longs and then add more or something like that. But yeah, this clearing this double top. I mean, look at this candle today too. I mean, a great looking big move. This is the best that the bears could do right here. That's all they were able to muster.
And that's not just strong like bull.
Strong like bull. And that's not just after, the previous day right here, right? That's after all this.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so this is the best that they're able to do against prior resistance that was clear resistance. Not only here, but you could argue right here, right? This 53 and change, 53 and a half price. Like as soon as we get above it here, whoop, nope, try it again. Nope, try it, nope. So this, I think it's a big day for bean oil.
It is.
If we could stick this close, then, here, and here. And then where does it go from there? Maybe it turns into silver. Maybe bean oil is the next silver.
It's a good point.
Who knows?
It's a good point.
Let's go. You know what? DSI. I know we're going a little off track here, but yeah, there's the new bean oil. Maybe who knows? Silver. Oh my gosh, 92. What there's a dog's dinner.
What a chart.
All right, so next chart up. This is, I don't have it labeled. That's my bad. While I label this is Feb Class 3 milk. What do you think here, boss?
Well, we were talking about it earlier. I do feel like there's a little bit of room to kind of bid this market out. I mean, we are pricing right now, right? For February.
We just started, to be fair.
Just started. This is the first week. So I do think there's a little bit more of a room to run up here. But honestly, I would look at them trying to push this market a little higher and putting some sell orders in at 1560, 1550, around that area. I mean, I was watching it this morning. I don't think we actually cleared 1550.
No.
High of 1547. So we got close. But I mean, if you look back,
But you're looking to be kind of a seller up in here.
yeah.
Well, what's interesting is that, like, you could argue that this turned into a bit of a bear trap right here.
Yeah.
Like this failure to, like, you had this, not only that, but it's also like the volume's been, we traded like 1,500 cars yesterday.
Yeah.
1,500. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Open interest down like 350 cars. So, like we always talk about, open interest volume. Those are also technical, pieces of technical analysis. And so, like, yesterday's trade did not have a confirmation of the price action, meaning like huge volume, but the open interest suggested that people were liquidating.
Right.
So it's not like you would have wanted to see like up 300-400 if you're like, oh, that would have been significantly more bullish. So I mean, I can't disagree with you, right? I mean, they bid cash up yesterday. Cheese got down in the 120s, bounced out of there. Futures have been saying for a while, like even when it was in the 120s, Feb cheese was just like perma bid at 145, 145 to 146. So the futures have been acting like, hey, that's not that price is going to be a struggle. Well, now we'll see. I agree though. It feels like they've got a bit of a runway still in cash to be able to bid it up a little bit.
Right.
And if they do, there still seems like there's that big roll that we know takes place.
Yep.
We're already up to 100 today. It was over 900 just after cash yesterday.
Yeah.
Over 900. Like that's a ton. So, when you think about like, okay, it's a relatively illiquid market. And so as that roll progresses, you could still keep pushing Feb. So like right now, open interest in Feb is 67.25. Yesterday it was just over 7. Like I said, we're down like 350. You typically want to see it get to where like the preceding month is. So call it 4,500-ish. And then it's like, quote, done. So there's still like a couple thousand of these potentially to see. And if that's the case, they would be theoretically buying Feb and selling the March.
Right.
Which could theoretically push Feb up, especially if cash catches a bid.
And it is Wednesday, so I would imagine they're probably going to do it again today, maybe tomorrow. Get towards the week on Friday, it's like, could get a little dicey. Fridays are kind of a dice roll.
And
these markets.
just for kicks, there's the Feb March spread on the chart.
Oh.
So like this is kind of met with a little bit of resistance here, for what it's worth. But this is kind of a price point where it's chugging along. This is suggesting if it goes, let me just make sure I could think about this correctly. If it goes back to even or higher, that would mean Fed is gaining on March.
Right.
So if you believe that this is going to come back down, you're thinking that Feb is going to lose relative to March. So, in the past, we've seen this area even-ish kind of act as resistance. Ton of volume here. So, if it fails up against here, then, you could see this thing go back down into this, this area.
And for that spread, you'd want to be short Feb, long March.
Correct. And
if that happens.
This is the Jan Feb.
Oof.
So kind of right around the same-ish time frame, we started to see it really take off and then come back down. So does it do the same? Does that March do the same thing? Go and trade over like a 20 or something like that before coming back down? We'll see. But yeah, it's all of a sudden starting to get a little froggy in milk. Just a wee bit froggy. All right. So you're saying get your sell orders ready. Let's go. Time to sell some Feb.
Get prepared.
All right, fair enough. Here's one to be mindful of.
Oof.
Nasty day yesterday. Down a little over 2%. 150 handles lower. So, or roughly thereabouts. So yesterday's settle, 147 times 50, $7,350 per one contract in the futures. If you divide that by 20, you're talking about $3.67 in milk. So it would be like milk settling $3.67 lower after one day.
What a move.
What a move. Obviously, a lot of news over the weekend, long weekend with, what's going to happen with Greenland, who knows? And, are there going to be new tariffs that get implemented? Markets very rarely like uncertainty.
Right.
Uncertainty is typically bearish. So I assume that's why. I'm not an expert in stocks, but what I did notice is that when this baby tries to get over 7,000, it just struggles. And you've had a few days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, where it's tried to get over that magical 7,000 and just not today, boss.
Couldn't do her.
Couldn't do her. That said, it is, and I was talking to Roger Dodger about this, our good friend Roger, who we're going to get on the show, by the way, as a guest.
Yes, we are.
I'm telling you, it's going to happen. This year is the year we're going to use dog's dinner. Cody's probably going to move to somewhere warmer.
Gonna have to brutal.
But you have assuming this holds, 1, 2, 3 higher lows bumping up against a horizontal line. We call that an ascending triangle, right?
Let's draw it out.
There's that.
A lot of movement.
There's a lot of movement, a lot of lines. Trend line. See, this is where it gets a little tough because did it break out from there? You could make that argument.
You could
make that argument. And I certainly wouldn't disagree with it.
But let's say tomorrow or today, again, it fills the gap.
But yeah, and again, like the thing that sticks out to me is that this is technically making a lower or higher low.
Yeah.
Right here. So you could argue this was also a higher low and failed. So there's a couple different ways you could kind of approach this, I guess. Either way, what's interesting is that you keep bumping up against a horizontal line. And if the market keeps doing that, like you're just going to kind of get to that point where it's like, like basically kind of right around here. Or it's already here. Maybe it comes, maybe we're out of that. So like this area right here, I think is really important for this contract. Does it come back? If it does, then it breaks through it, then we're off to the races.
Right.
Or was this the ascending triangle that failed? And this is a selling opportunity.
I was just saying, so now instead of a higher low, did you turn this thing into a lower high and you start trickling?
I think the confirmation of that, that's a great question. I think the confirmation of that comes if you get like a settlement, whatever. Oh man, I gotta work on my shapes. You get a settlement below that low.
Yeah. Okay.
Because this will be a clear failure at that point. And you'll have gotten out of this uptrend too.
Right. Yeah.
Bears.
Yeah, that's
Bears
true.
tend to jump out the window, right?
Right.
Bulls walk up the steps. Bears jump out the window. I think people stocks had a great year last year. It was, and if you remember too, like let's go back and take a look at real fast. There's 25. Look at this.
Look at the movement. Yeah.
Same thing, man. Same basic thing is going on in the March contract last year, and it fell out of bed. Now, if you look at that, that was a buying opportunity. Here's the same price action, but that's where D's ultimately landed. So it did turn into an opportunity to own it. But again, like what's so interesting about this is that that's the March 25 contract. It's playing out very similarly right now.
Yes, it is.
So again, you've got a lot of uncertainty floating around. We'll see. I don't know. We always like to look at stuff like this because of the wealth effect. If stocks start going lower and people start to kind of feel the effect of 401, whatever, investments going down, tighten the belt a little bit.
Yeah. It starts to affect our markets, dairy,
Correct.
grains, cattle, all the above.
Are they going to go out to, is Kevin in the office going to get his, what does he like to eat? He likes to eat McRibs, right?
Yep, McRibs.
Is he going to go get his, maybe he makes one at home. I don't know.
If we start crashing, you're going to have to save a little money.
Save a little money. That's right.
Tighten the belt.
So get that shoveling business going.
That's right.
You need it.
That's right.
That's all I got. What do you, any closing thoughts here, boss?
No,
you've been on it. You know, like
That's right.
I bow to Cody. You know, like Kelso.
Hey, we've every blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. Man, look at this Feb class 3. Even looking back how January and Feb played out with a roll, it really feels like we're going to see the same thing. It really feels, and then like even today, looking at the wick that we've created, it's not even, we're an hour away from cash. I still think they're going to bid it out. I really still think we're going to get some higher prices today and tomorrow. But as we get towards the end of the week, getting towards the end of the month, even, it's a little dicey.
Well, you know, Cody, I just have to say, it's really impressive to see you selling.
I know.
Like, you're on both sides of the ticket now.
Changed my life. 2025 changed my life.
It did. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever seen an order ticket before. Here it is. But Cody he's actually putting stuff on this side. Am I on the right side? Yeah, sell.
Never used to.
Sell.
Yeah.
Like, it's incredible. There was a time when it was like the right click, the right mouse button was just like, it was fresh. And the left click one was just like, you had to get you a new mouse because you worn out the left clicker.
I never owned real estate on the sell side of the ticket before last year. So here we are. We're excited.
Yeah. Man.
Trying new things.
Wild. All right. That's
great.
all I got, boss.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, we appreciate your insights into these markets. We'll check out how they do in the next coming weeks and kind of recircle back. Big shout out to Jimbo for asking for bean oil. Sorry it took us a little bit longer. Had to get through the holidays and the winter doldrums here, but we finally got to it. Great call, Jimbo, on the bullish bean oil.
Great call.
Great call. Killed it. Knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds.
Find some more slang, by the way.
Home runs. That's right.
Dog's dinner.
That's right. Making some more, expanding our vocabularies, we'll call it.
Maybe you can change your nickname to Gov.
It might happen.
You know, hey Gov.
It could happen.
I can get talked into calling you Gov. That's all. I'll leave it at that.
Might have to wear some 3-piece suits on this show next time. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But we appreciate everybody tuning in. If you have not already, please subscribe to the Ever Egg channel. Give us a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell. You will know when Andy and I push out Tech Talk and all the other shows that we push out throughout the company. So stay on top of those. If you have any charts that you'd like to see for next time, please shoot us an email, give us a phone call. We would be more than happy to take a look at them. But with that, everyone, for the next foreseeable future, stay warm, stay dry, stay away from being outside if you can. Stay froggy. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time on Tech Talk.